This is silver on the weekly scale. As you can see, silver has been trending down while we have almost identical pattern, not just in gold, but if you care to look at the British pound, for example, British pound, US dollar, or the euro, US dollar, you will see very similar pattern also emerging there. So effectively, the precious metals are battling almost identical force that the other pairs, forex pairs that I just mentioned, and we all know what that is. That is the US dollar. Now, the US dollar running sharply in the coming week, in the coming 2 weeks, sharply higher, would set the stage for a collapse in the euro and the pound, and that should not be really a surprise to anyone. But I think that it's going to bring about difficult time also for the precious metals here. We are at a sensitive crossroads here. On the weekly scale for silver, we are still away from this 14.6 trigger line. I think that this is still remaining as an important level. We don't want to see silver crashing through that and going into this zone. That will set the stage for retesting of the floor and potentially going quite a lot lower. Okay, so this should be absolutely clear to you on the weekly scale, daily scale, whichever scale is more convenient for you to work with. This level is critical, and this level right here becomes outright a killer zone for the bullish potential that we have been reading into this 5-wave run. Okay, the descent up to now can be definitely taken as an ABC, X, ABC, and we will see the details in a sec. You can see that silver had a hard time trying to pop its head above the down sloping resistance line. And let's go and see the daily now. The daily could be throwing in here some ray of light for the bulls with the MACD refusing to crack under the low here and creating not extreme divergence, but creating some divergence here, and the case for a possible completed ABCX, with this being an ABC. That'll be an X, that's an ABC, that's possible, but it's not extremely high confidence reading. We have the 200 moving average running as support overall to the decline in silver. You can see that. So it's just about holding. Silver making it above this level, first sign of life, definitely. Okay, 15.33. Jumping back above 15.59 or so, that should be a strong sign that silver is gearing to run towards 16.2. Okay, so that's my reading currently concerning silver. Here's gold. That's the weekly. What I can say concerning the long-term picture here of gold is that decline right from the top here does not look impulsive. It looks corrective. In saying that, I in fact advanced the reading that suggests that this is an A and we're working on a B, because we are likely still in a corrective phase, which, as you know by now, I hope, A, B, C, D, and we're working on the E leg. So even if gold continues down, but it does it in a series of ABC, X, ABC, and it goes to rest around the support, major support that we have here, even that would not necessarily trigger a very bearish reading long term for gold. It could actually spend few more months here. Yeah, it's going to become quite uneventful to a lot of players, but in essence that would not necessarily mean that it's bad. Yeah, long term that could prepare the ground for a massive run above this level, 1375. and it will trigger this amazing C. Okay, so all this is still alive, and as I just said, the price action right from the top is supportive of this option at this point, that this is an ABC. I will have a second thought if gold does break badly into this zone. Of course, it will heighten the probability that this is going to be tested. Now, if this is going to be tested, that's 1160. I think that's going to be a killer trigger for any bullish reading here, and it could set gold on the road to test the ultimate bottom that we have here. Okay, so continuing to decline in, if you like, almost reluctant pull lower, what I think we have seen on the whole up to now. Let's see the daily. You can see you don't have really a clear 5-wave run here. It looks like a bunch of ABC, X, ABC, and you have a lot of parallel areas. Yes, you do have head and shoulders, and you do have a crack under the neckline here. Yes, all of this is negative, but it's not necessarily negative to the extent of sending gold to crack under 1160. Not at all. Not at all. It might simply mean we're going into something like that. And that could take, let's say, 2-3 months, and it could drift lower in a, I would say, really uneventful price action, just choppy, very choppy, and that could fulfill the pattern that we expect in the general triangle. Yeah, that will be the E leg. Okay, so that is my preferred reading at this point. As you can see, I'm not calling for a very sharp reversal, recovery, mind-blowing fly above this. No, I don't think that gold is ready for that. On the contrary, as I've shown you earlier in this analysis, the likelihood that the US dollar would still be looking at higher highs in the weeks to come, so that is almost certainly going to continue to put pressure on gold. That's my reading for now for gold. Let's see the 60 minutes. And we're looking at an ABC and an ABCDE, which gives us an X. Coming down, we have an A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that gives us an A. An A, B, C gives us a B. And coming down again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could work as 1, 2. And looking at the details again here, that is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the one ending right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, extended fifth inside the third wave. That gives me a fourth wave, and that gives me the fifth wave. If I'm right, then we finish with the C, and gold could indeed stage a recovery. But again, I'm not looking necessarily at a massive run. Yes, no, it could be drifting, if you like, to higher grounds here. And as soon as we get again a serious, that could actually be a triangle. If I'm wrong and the fourth wave has not terminated, the fourth wave is still running, we will be looking at the fifth still to show up. Okay, take this into account. But any price action in the next few days that looks like it's working on parallel areas like that, that should prove to be corrective. That in the big scheme of things here would be negative for the next few weeks, implying that gold is eventually going to go under this. Okay, in that series of ABCX, ABC, as I've explained, that I think is dominating the scene here on the daily scale since the top that was registered here. So that's my reading concerning gold.